What is up, everybody? Describles here. Today I'm actually going to be talking about the new Nexus 6. Now, before I actually begin discussing this news device, I wanted to let you guys know a little bit about some updates to my channel. From now on, I'll be doing Call of Duty videos, Let's Plays, and a series called Let's Talk, where I'm going to be talking about trending electronics like phones, video games, and other electronic devices. I'm just going to be doing these three because these are three things I enjoy. I mean, I enjoy coming home, playing Call of Duty, and I like to make videos about it, like new updates coming to it. I like doing Let's Plays. I'm actually going to be starting, I'm not sure if it's going to be a PT Let's Play or an MLB 14 The Show Let's Play on my channel, but I'm probably going to be starting one of those Let's Plays soon. As well as doing the series Let's Talk, where I'm going to be talking about new electronics out there, because I really enjoy those, and I have a ton of electronics at home, so it'd be cool to talk about those. So, it should be pretty cool, and I'm just going to get into this. Firstly, the gameplay of this is Destiny, and I'm playing Control on the Crucible. I'm not the greatest at Destiny, but I enjoy playing it, so that's why the gameplay is here. It's not the greatest gameplay in the world, but I had a lot of fun making it, so I thought I'd include that gameplay. Anyways, about the Nexus 6. The phone was just officially released a few days ago, and I have to say there's some things I like about it, and very few that I don't. I actually really like the phone. I like the design of the phone, processor on the phone, camera on the phone. I like everything about the phone. The new 13 megapixel camera, that is something really cool. That's something I really like. Now, I'll be just talking about the phone itself and then my opinion to it pretty much. The start is actually called the Motorola Nexus 6, just like the Nexus 5 was actually the LG Nexus 5. This device was developed by Motorola. This, in my opinion, can work out good or bad depending on Motorola's new design ideas. I mean, they have many new ideas that they say will work out and make this phone a lot better, but we're going to have to wait and see if they keep true to their word. They have a lot of ideas about processing speeds, about battery life, about camera, and hopefully they implement them on this device, and hopefully they all work out to what we're looking to get out of this device. This device will be running on the newly introduced Android 5.0. And if you want to know the code name, it's Lollipop. Obviously a candy type code like the others, Kit Kat or Jelly Bean, for example. It has a candy code as well, which is Lollipop. And I wonder what cool thing you're going to be able to do. I know on many of the other Android devices with a candy type code name, you could like click the About Device button a few times and it would bring up a cool candy. So I don't know what they're going to do about Lollipop. Hopefully it's something enjoyable and cool and just a little cool added feature to the phone. So I wanted to begin by talking about the exterior of the phone. This device seems to handle just like the other Nexus phones with modified tweaks to the exterior, such as the Motorola M on the back. This, personally, I don't really like how that Motorola M is there. It creates a slight dimple look and a feel in the back of the phone, which would get annoying if your finger continuously hits it. I know if I was holding my phone in my hand and there was a dimple in the back, I would keep feeling it with my finger and it would probably get a bit annoying. Another thing, that little Motorola M makes it look a lot less like a Nexus phone and more obviously a Motorola device. So if I had my Nexus 6 out in public, people would be thinking that it was a Motorola device and not a Nexus 6, which could get confusing, but we'll have to wait and see about that too. The phone is actually really large. It contains a 6-inch display, which is quite big. I know my Galaxy Note 2 is only like a 5.5 inch or 5.7 or something like that. Now 6 inches is 0.5 inches bigger than that, and my device is already very big as it is. So this large display could get annoying, but to be honest, I feel like I'm gonna like the new display because it comes. What comes with the larger display comes more stunning quality display as well, which really helps. It also helps in playing games and watching videos if that's what suits you. I know that's what suits me when I'm on my phone. I mean, texting, Facebook, Twitter, all that stuff. Yeah, but I like also playing games and watching videos and that's just a really easy way to do all of that. It also has a very powerful processor. It's a Snapdragon 805 quad-core, which makes it run impossibly smooth with the touch of a button. They also claim that there's a new charging mechanism, allowing you to get 6 hours of charge from only 15 minutes of charging. So we're gonna have to wait and see how that turns out. Hopefully that works out properly, because that would be really cool to only have to charge your phone for 15 minutes, get 6 hours of charge. That would be awesome, especially if you don't have time to charge your phone, say before school, and you can just plug it in real quick. Get a whole day of school's worth of charging, which would be really great. I would also like to talk about the 3220 milliamp battery, which is huge and substantially larger than many other batteries on the market right now. I mean, many others like the Android 6 Plus only has like a 3000 milliamp or something like that around that battery range, which is substantially less than 3220, which is going to be on the Nexus 6. So the battery life is going to be really, really good. I also think that Android 5.0 looks spectacular. The cool little shaped buttons look simple and professional, and all the new icons look really, really sharp and really, really well done. I also want to talk a little bit about the camera. The camera has a 13 megapixel rear facing with optical image stabilization. So that's usually what we get. Optical image stabilization on the rear facing camera, but 13 megapixels is fairly high. I know the OnePlus One phone has a 13 megapixel camera, which is a really, really, really nice camera. It just depends how they work with the lighting and how they work with everything else. But usually the Google camera, because I have the Google camera on my Galaxy Note 2, and it makes the images look a lot more professional. So have to wait and see how that looks. Now, one thing I noticed is the 2 megapixel front facing camera, which is a really, really, really small, very small megapixel front facing camera. That's just, it's not even like, you'd expect like 5 megapixels or something, but it's not even close to that. Lastly, I want to talk about the better multitasking. They're talking about easily switching between editing documents, browsing the web, watching movies, and listening to music, which I know comes with an Android device. Like, you just hold down the home button on my Galaxy Note 2, and I can scroll through all of my previously viewed apps. So it's already fairly easy to do it on my device, but hopefully they've discovered a new way to implement this properly, which can make it look really, really, really good. Really quick, I wanted to say that overall I believe this phone will have a great impact on the phone market right now. And since a lot of people like the Nexus phones, they shouldn't be disappointed with this one. This is pretty much just an upgraded Nexus 5. It looks a lot nicer, it's more sleek, more professional, more well done. And it's also a lot more powerful. The battery's better, camera's better. A lot of the things I've talked about have had a great upgrade from the Nexus 5, which is really cool. That gives us a little bit of an upgrade there. I know I'm probably thinking of getting a Nexus 5, or a Nexus 6, not 5. Why would I get a 5? One thing that I did want to talk about really quick to end this off is the Nexus 9, which is the new tablet coming out. It's like the Nexus 6. It's really powerful. Has the thin bezel, brushed metal sides, clean lines, unique colors. You can, I don't know why they say unique colors. Well, there's only 3 colors. There's black, beige, and white. But I guess to them, those are unique colors. It comes pre-installed with all the Google apps. Comes with Android 5.0 Lollipop, so it's going to be a very, very, very quick tablet. One of the fastest tablets out there right now. Crisp and clear sound because the we have the speakers on the outside, which are going to look really, really nice. Very powerful processor, the 64-bit processor, and it has an 8.9-inch screen, which is really, really cool. It's going to probably be a very nice tablet. It can compare to a lot of the more popular tablets right now, and it's like in between the Nexus 7 tablet and the Nexus 10 tablet, which would be pretty cool. It's an 8 megapixel rear camera, and I know many people don't use their tablets for cameras. I mean, you could, but not a lot of people do that. It's easier to just pull out your phone and do that. So that's why the camera isn't as great, and it also has a 1.6 megapixel front-facing camera, which for some reason these devices have very, very small front-facing cameras, and I know a lot of people don't really use front-facing cameras. I mean, unless you're taking a selfie. But either way, the front-facing camera is fairly small. Also, the memory is only 16 GB and 32 GB. They have no options for 64, 128, so it's going to be hard to compete with some of those devices out there that are running a lot higher memory. And then it's going to be harder to store all of your information and that. And lastly, it has the 6700 milliamp battery, which pretty big battery. I mean, substantially larger than obviously the Nexus 6, because that's just a phone. This is a tablet. It has more room to store the battery. That's all I'm going to be talking about today. Thanks for watching, everyone. Make sure to stay tuned for the next video. Hit that like button and maybe toss a comment down in the little comment box down below. Thanks, everyone. See ya.